From getting attacked by a shark or getting killed by cougars, this DLC gives you a couple of different mechanics and things to do we haven't seen in other updates. I'm going to tell you what I feel was great overall and the opportunities that I think were missed. First of all, the business itself doesn't cost too much, 1.5 mil, no add-ons or extra fees to worry about. It can easily be in your top 5 grind for money, but we'll discuss about that later on. The missions got the same format as the Clocking Bell farm raid, which make it fairly easy to understand for any beginner. The thing that a lot of us hate usually is when each DLC look almost the same, but in this one we go in different areas in some prep missions, we do different things like using drones to hack servers, and we also use different vehicles or airplanes than usual. So personally I find this a bit refreshing. Even the new details like sinking a submarine or shooting a train with a Titan and having different options in the prep missions help the quality of a DLC to live longer. Not gonna lie, a big part of the missions are related to flying, so if you don't like much planes in GTA, this might not be your cup of tea. I posted this on my community tab around a week ago and overall pretty much everyone was excited about everything for this patch. But then I posted this 2 days ago after the DLC came out and I noticed a shift because a lot of people were hoping to make more money. Well, I get it, but if you only did this once, you might have missed a couple of things or you might be doing this the wrong way, because this actually pays very well. First of all, on your first one you do get 500k, but you also get 250k as a bonus for finishing it the first time, and that's not all, you just unlock the hard mode, and you might have missed that if you only did it once, so that means each time you do it on hard mode, you will get paid 750k instead. You can get a bit more depending if you do some side missions like bringing more vehicles, but it's not worth the trouble. The only one I bring because it takes like 5 seconds is in the prep where I steal the helicopter, I take the insurgent at the same time. On my first one I brought back every possible vehicles and all the extra add-ons for the final. I tried everything, all the options I could, took me almost 1 hour and a half or 2 hours and it wasn't worth it at all. I barely got like 50k extra. So what you can do if you like this DLC, after doing it once, run this in hard mode all the time and do the strict minimum that is required to complete all the preps. Between the hard mode and the normal mode there is almost no difference at all. You will notice the guards doesn't have big guns like in the Doomsday Heist for example, so you should be able to deal with the damage fairly easily. Also it's worth to mention that you should put this new business as your spawn location when you are doing the preps and the final, because after each mission you can change session and spawn back right away near your computer to continue your heist. So if you do all this, you should be able to do the entire thing in around 1 hour, which would bring this business right under the agency in money you make per hour. Another advantage you get when you finish it for the first time is that you unlock the discounted prices for the helicopter and the Titan. That's of course if you are interested in buying them. For boats you would save around 1.8 mil. Also buying the business gives you 15 room storage for your flying vehicles, but be careful, you can pull out any big airplane from that storage. Okay, follow me on this one. Once again, most people are going to do this solo or maybe try only once with a friend for the simple reason that the second person will barely get paid anything. When I did this the first time and saw we could steal more vehicles in the prep mission, I got excited and thought the final would be heavily affected by this. The idea was very good, but the result just didn't make any sense at all. For example, there is one prep mission where you can steal all 4 helicopters and bring them to your base, thinking this will make any difference for the next mission, but it's completely useless. Even if you get only one, the next mission you will still have 4 helicopters. What I would have done, for example, in that prep mission, since we can steal an insurgent also, I would give the option to the player to steal 2 key cards as well. Why? Because the secondary loot could have been easily added to the final, like let's say a box or a door need a Titan crash, that would require 2 players to open it, and you would need the insurgent as well to bring back the loot to the base. One player drive while the other shoot, and once you are done you can continue the mission with the Titan. That way we can make this a 2 players heist if you decide so. Put the secondary loot around 45% of the Titan value and give like 10k per vehicle in each prep we bring back to the base. Then at the final the leader can put this at 50% cut each and everyone would be happy. Now I know this is not perfect, but I think you get the idea. Basically just give me a reason and a pay for the extra work if I decide to do it, and also give us a reason to play this with 2 players while still being able to do this solo. The final fight with the Titan was quite original, but it does have a problem. The first time I was shooting down almost everything for the fun of it, until I realized that there were just too many things if you include include the homing missiles. Also, you barely take any damage, but if you keep focusing on who is attacking you, you will take a lot of damage and the Titan will still have a lot of health. On my second run, I basically did the opposite. I shot non-stop the Titan and ignore everything else and look at my HP bar. That's the right way of doing it, but unfortunately it takes out the fun of shooting down more helicopters or anything else moving around. In my opinion, the fight should have been shorter, but at the same time the game should make me take in consideration who is shooting me, like for example some enemies do more damage than others. There is currently a big bug in this heist. You know the prep where you take the helicopter to steal the add-ons for the Titan? Well, if you take only the minimum, you will still get all the add-ons for the final. From the beginning of the final, you can take the extra armor for yourself and the weapons too. You will also notice that your blade when you shoot the Titan got the double gun, which all of these are supposed to be add-ons, but you still get them. Same thing for the Insurgent. Even if you don't steal it at the beginning of the heist, it will be there, and you will have the option to take it. Now, I don't know if it's like that on all platforms, but I'm on PS5 and so far it's been like that since it came out. Let me know if it's the same for you if you're on Xbox or PC. The other part might be a personal preference choice, but I really think when you had to search under the water for all the 4 packages, the area should have been smaller. Nobody wants to wait 5 to 10 minutes to look for something. On the other hand, bringing back the sharks like in story mode was a great idea. Overall, I think this was a fun DLC and well balanced, but if you were expecting something as big as the Casino Heist or Cayo Perico, you will be disappointed. I'm still hoping for a big Michael DLC before GTA 6. I guess for now we will take any new decent content. Let me know in the comments, are you happy with the DLC or what would you have done different? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Peace.